All right. As you can hear, I'm at home right now and my dog is barking. So the joys of remote work are in full force here. Must be the mailman or something. Anyway, it's great to meet all of you here today. As you might know, I'm Colin. I'm the CEO and co-founder here at Showbie, and I'm all the way over here in Edmonton, Canada. I'm not sure if you've heard of that before, but it's way over the ocean, and there's still snow on the ground, unfortunately.
So cool.
But I'm really excited to be with you here with you all today, and it's good to meet you as well. I thought to start out with, I could just ask you to introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit about you and your school. Simon, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, absolutely. My name's Simon Curtin. I'm a Year 6 teacher here at Jesmond Gardens Primary School in Hartlepool, UK. And I'm the technology and innovation lead here as well. So I'm responsible for all of the cool things that we do with technology. Macey?
I'm Macey Woodhall and I'm in Year 5. I like school. Yeah.
That's great. And what other than school, what do you like to do?
I like doing gymnastics and horse riding, but right now because of COVID I can't go, but I've ridden horses a few times.
Wow. And have you kept up with your horse riding during COVID, or is that something that you haven't been able to do either?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Do you have any idea what you want to do after you finish school?
I think I want to be a police or a paramedic or a dog handler.
Wow, that's very ambitious. And do you want to stay living in the town that you're in, or do you want to travel, or do you have any ambitions like that?
I think I want to move to Australia.
Wow, that's very exciting. Have you ever been there before?
No.
No. I've been there twice. It is a exciting place, and it's funny because when I was there, it was very, very cold in Canada in the wintertime. Same kind of seasonal patterns as you have in the UK. And then it was very cold here, snow on the ground. And then I went all the way down to Australia, and it was summer down there. So it was just a complete opposite. So that's one of the fun things about being down in Australia. Hopefully get to go one day. So Mr. Curtin got in touch with me and let me know that you are helping your classmates and their parents learn how to use Showbie throughout lockdown. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's great. Maybe, Simon, you could tell us a little bit more about Macey's work to support those efforts.
Absolutely, sure. Obviously here at Jesmond, technology is really important to us. We're an Apple distinguished school, and all of our children have a device that they use to sort of access their work. And obviously Showbie's at the heart of that, of everything that we do. It's our digital workflow. And basically we couldn't do what we do without Showbie. However, what that meant was when lockdown happened, our children were already completely fluent in how remote learning would work. It was their home away from home, or their school away from school, if you know what I mean. They were already totally sort of clued up on how to submit work, how to find resources and things. The thing that really made Macey stand out amongst our students, though, is just the way that she supported her classmates during that time. If some parents weren't sure how to join a class, or how to access the class discussion, or use groups, or use the live chat feature, they'd drop a little message into Showbie, and even before the staff got there to reply, Macey was there. Oh, this is how you do it, or this is what you need to do, or this is the class code that you need for that particular class. She was really, really on the ball when it came to that sort of thing.
That's fantastic. That's so exciting to hear. It feels like Macey was that, in the school support person that was just helping everybody out through those challenging times.
Additionally to that as well, we had in Macey's year group, we had some new staff who only started in January, which was exactly when our lockdown occurred again. So they had no experience with Showbie at all. And Macey just took the lead and explained remotely how things worked and kept them right with how to upload and lock classes or manage assignments and things. She was fantastic. So we really, really appreciate how much she did, not just for the students and the families, but for also our new staff.
Wow, that's awesome. Well done, Macey. Wonderful. Yeah, it sounds like you know everything about Showbie, and you've gone into all of the nooks and crannies of how to use the application, and you're just a real superstar at using the product and helping people. So that's fantastic. And because of all your hard work, the team let me know about what you were up to, and I wanted to reach out to you personally and thank you for being an honorary Showbie support team member and helping other students and teachers during lockdown. As I mentioned, the whole team here at Showbie thinks you're an absolute superstar. So thank you so much. And I think that we've given you a small gift to show some of our appreciation, just a tiny thing. And we'd love you to open it up.
Yeah. I think Macey's mum's got it. I'm going to grab it.
Wow, look at that. Fantastic. Oh, there's the Showbie t-shirt. That's something that only official team members get here at Showbie. So fantastic.
And I think Mr. Burton's kept some things to give to Macey himself.
Yeah, we're going to have a little assembly. Well, we're going to record our little shared assembly tomorrow, where I think Mr. Pritchard, our head teacher, is going to give out some little extra things that you guys have sent along as well.
Awesome. Very good. It looks great on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Now, because you're such an expert on Showbie, and with all of our team members, we like to get to know them a little bit more. Our team has put together a few questions, and they were hoping that you might be able to answer them for us. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
All right. So the first question is, tell us an interesting fact about you. Like, what's your favorite animal and why?
My favorite animal is a dog. Just
what kind of dog do you like?
I like Cavalier King Charles.
Oh yeah. And is that a big dog or a little dog?
It's a small one.
Yeah. That dog that was barking off the top of the call. Now she's sleeping on the couch, and she's a little 7-pound toy poodle. So she's just a tiny little thing. Awesome. What's your favorite subject at school?
English, because I like writing and using my imagination. And then I also like life skills, because I like to know what's going on in reality, and science, because I get to test out experiments.
That's fantastic. I like those subjects as well. What has been your favorite lesson so far this year?
Probably in English, because we were learning about this book called The Journey, and we were writing a story about what happened in it. But the book has no words, it's just all pictures.
And which piece of work are you most proud of?
My story, when I wrote about a diary entry, it was all about this ship called the Windrush. And I did that recently.
Awesome. Is that something that you would have done through Showbie, or did you work on that in another place?
I actually only finished it yesterday.
Yeah. So it's very recent then.
I worked on some of the journey on Showbie when we were in lockdown.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Oh, I like this question. What's the best thing you've taught someone recently?
On Showbie, just when I've taught like everyone how to use it and teachers and how to like navigate. Yeah.
Do you find that when people that you're helping kind of start to use it, they don't get it, so you kind of need to help them to navigate throughout it?
Yeah.
Nice. What have you liked about learning at home instead of being in the classroom?
In my jammies. Being comfortable. And also I can just like get my work done at my own pace rather than spread it all out at school. And my mum and dad get to see what I do as well. So
Yeah, they're there to help you, right? What are some of the things that you like more about being in the classroom than being at home?
having the teacher there for support, but to like ask questions and stuff.
Yeah.
And have my friends.
This is one of my favorites as well. What do you like most about Showbie? And I'm going to ask this both of Macey and Simon. Macey, do you want to go first? What do you like most about Showbie?
I like how it's got a lot of different tools at the top that we can use with like the textbooks and the writing. But then I also like how now we have the class discussion and we have these calls that we can do with our class.
Awesome. Simon?
I think from a teaching point of view, the thing that stands out for me is the ability to give feedback in different ways, and for that feedback to happen instantly. The children don't have to wait until the next maths lesson to review their own learning and have the opportunity to correct things. So it's reducing the time between marking the work and the children actually receiving that feedback. It means that we can address those misconceptions quickly. And also the fact that the children can listen to their own feedback multiple times to really sort of help that understanding. It's really, really helpful in that way.
That's great. Trying to close that feedback loop as quickly as possible to help the learning accelerate. That's great. That's what we're all about here. Macey, is there anything we could do that would make your life easier as a student? And there's no boundaries around that question. So I guess it's anything that Showbie can do.
At the top, I'd like more like tools that we could use. Maybe on maths, like a number line or a calculator. It would be easier. Or like on English, a search bar where we can search things.
Yeah. Kind of would help you navigate to things faster, or maybe use Showbie for more things than you're already using it for with different tools, hey? Great. How has Showbie helped you learn?
Just to like overhaul, like when we were in lockdown and stuff, instead of being at school, it's just kept like everyone educated, because we would be falling behind if we didn't have it.
And what do some of your classmates enjoy about Showbie?
Probably most of the class calls now, where we get to see each other and communicate.
Yeah. I imagine that things like the class discussion were probably used quite a bit during lockdown, just to keep in touch with everyone, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to ask us?
How many people were involved in the making of Showbie?
That's a great question. So early on, it was just myself and one other person, Roy. He's our CTO, which is like a technology officer. I'm more of the the businessy person, I guess, trying to keep the lights on here. But yeah, it was two of us that started, and it was just at a local school here in Edmonton, Canada, that had iPads, and that was way back in 2012. So it's been a long journey, about 9 years. But over time, we've added more people to the team, and we've been able to grow. And I think today we've got 62 people. So It's really growing. And we've also got now 8 people in the UK who are helping us more locally in that area. So Showbie has been kind of exciting, where even though we're in a completely different country and we're building and engineering, coding the product, the app that you use, there's people all around the world that are now helping to support it. And on a given day, there might be as many as 100,000 students around the world that are using Showbie. So it's really exciting to go from one school to another, and then we've been able to, over time, work with just so many students and teachers who give us feedback like you're giving to make Showbie better. And that's what we do every day.
How did you come up with the making of Showbie?
So yeah, before Showbie, I actually worked in school in our city, and I was helping the teachers with using, at the time, report card software. And I don't know if you use the same word in England, but it's where every quarter you're going to get a report card that goes home to the parents to see your marks and grades. And so I built some early software that did that digitally online for the school, and then they bought iPads, and we were trying to make it work on the iPad, and it just wouldn't work. But I discovered through that project before Showbie that the iPad and laptops and other devices were becoming popular in schools, but there was a lot of challenges with just making them really useful. And so this is where Showbie was sort of generated from, was just observing teachers and some of the challenges in the classroom and trying to come up with some early solutions. And in a lot of ways, we didn't really invent Showbie. It was more teachers telling us, we need something that does this to help us and our students. And we went away and built it, and then discovered that there's many more schools that were going through that same challenge. And that's kind of how it started.
Where would you like Showbie to be in a couple of years?
Wow, that's hard to know. 1 year ago, or a little bit more than 1 year ago, Showbie was only like a 25-person company, and now it's more than doubled. So I think a lot of the changes that happened with COVID really pushed schools hard to use technology like they've never used before. And it's really, I think, important for schools to hopefully, make sure they continue running, once they go back to normal, hopefully very soon. And so we just want to be there to support and continue helping with Showbie. And as you know, Showbie worked for schools before the pandemic, and it works during the pandemic, and I think it will work well after the pandemic. So we're not just building it as a remote learning tool, although it's been useful for lockdown. So, if I look out in the future, I see hopefully, getting, impacting positively more schools in both the UK as well as around the world, a year or two from now. Great question. Anything else?
Not really.
Those are great. Well, thank you again for all your hard work, Macey, and thanks for being an official Showbie Superstar. And Simon, thanks for letting us know about Macey's outstanding work. I really appreciate you both taking time to speak with me today. And Macey, again, congratulations on this acknowledgement. I think it's fantastic, the work that you've done to help your other fellow students and their parents and teachers at the school during this important time. Thanks again.
Thank you very much, Colin. Cheers for that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Macey, did you have one more thing to say there?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks again, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I think it's the afternoon where you are, and it's morning still where I am. So you're a few hours ahead of me.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Colin. Thanks.
Yeah, my
Bye.
pleasure. Thanks, everybody.
See you later, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.